I think the reason why, and then this is how I connected with Todd, because we had known each other on Facebook, and yes, Facebook is there, and I don't spend a lot of time on it, but we knew each other in the public from that social media. But I remember seeing something on social media about the Courtney project, and then I remembered seeing the PML lives. And I was like connecting dots, and I said, you know, Todd, what are the chances that this would happen in my life, but then basically it's happening in, wait a minute, this is your daughter. And it just started connecting dots. And I always say that my journey with MS is I was chosen. And I was chosen to hopefully make a difference in other people's lives, because this thing that is out there, it's not the only thing out there. And Courtney, being a woman that I never met, and seeing her kids, and wanting to meet her kids now, knowing and seeing them up here, that just reminds me of the reason why you and I. And I feel like just knowing about that, it's like everybody could go out there and get tested, and it's a simple blood test. And you can find out if you have the JVC virus. I used to roller skate, I used to walk and dance, and those are things that when you know what's going on. And the unfortunate thing is Courtney, you know, she had a doctor that evidently, you know, he basically didn't know enough. But that is the thing that, you know, it just keeps, you have to remind yourself to be proactive. And I feel very privileged. I feel like, you know what, the people out there and the kids, the adults, there's a reason why people meet each other. And the silent, I'm a great salesperson, I forgot to tell everybody that. So the silent auction that's out there, make sure that you look at those items out there, because those items are the money that's going to help keep the organization alive. And the fact that he's already taken the organization, he's taken it national, that's a big step. And I don't know how many of you follow, you know, entrepreneurship, but I'm an entrepreneur like through and through. But when I think of business and nonprofits and everything, you've got to duplicate things 10,000 times. And there's one person that I idolize all the time, and his name's Michael Gerber. And when you think of any opportunity out there, you want to take that opportunity, and you just want to continue to grow it. And you're building a legacy. And I feel like the connection that when I remembered, because that's the one thing that when they first told me I had lesions on my brain, it was like, okay, I feel creative, but now you're going to challenge that. And then it was like, now my memory gets challenged every now and then. And it's like that.
Well, before we announce the chapters and the folks that are here from the various chapters of the Courtney Project, a very famous movie producer, Mr. Jack Fervada, has a special announcement that he wants to bring to us tonight. Give him a hand as he comes forward.
Thank you, man. I am certainly not a movie producer. I am a writer, and I'm blessed to have written Mothership, the screenplay, for the feature that we're negotiating right now in Miami. On that note, I got a call this morning from Fabian Botero, our director, graduate of Full Sail right here in Orlando. He is having dinner with the Discovery Channel tonight, which has expressed significant interest in doing a documentary about PML. And this is kind of a surprise to Todd. I wanted it to be a surprise. Keep your fingers crossed. Keep your fingers crossed, because if they give us the green light, we may begin shooting this thing as soon as 2 weeks from today. Thank you.
I have my headshots and everything ready, so.
That is awesome. Man, pow, I like that. All right, you guys, so now we'd like you to recognize representatives we have here from different PML awareness chapters here from all over the nation. The South Carolina chapter, Heather Hewitt-Williams, Pamela Hughes, Courtney and Karen Hewitt-Andre. Can you stand up for us? Yay!
from the state of Tennessee, we have Debbie Davis, Diana Self, and Brenda Lanier. Can you please stand?
The Georgia chapter, Diane Connor, and Deborah.
First of all, I want to say that I'm not an actor. I've been called into action by the illness of Mick LeClaire, who wanted to be here, but his bed insisted he stay with it. So he is ill. We wish him the best. And if you like my performance, my name is Joseph. If you don't, it's Mick. Now, this is a radio play. So we don't care what we're wearing, and you can tell by how tacky my jacket is after Labor Day that that's the case. So go with us now into an Orson Welles type setting. We're on the radio, we don't care about TV, never heard of it. Broadcasting live from the Mezz, the world famous Mezz. We present CSI PML. Also known as potential murderer lurking. Greetings, people of what you call Earth. How quaint. And welcome, you rock bands. They've got tribute bands, lookalikes for the real deals, so to speak. Well, that's our model, you might say, to introduce you to our biological band. Get it? That's our particular tribute to our panel you can't handle. Aren't they lovely?
Yes, we are. We're so good.
For diseases, they're my favorites. The DNA of what makes us tick. And we're calling this tribute the Fright Club Radio Hour Players. Eat your heart out, Orson Welles, because this is the invisible version of the war they're ready to wage on you. For us, aliens, as far as your earthly biological systems know, it's been home for far longer than it's been yours. But hey, we're all about sharing. The way we figure it, there are plenty of opportunities for sharing. And we find your biology and its life-giving biosphere so very, shall we say, willing to share. So without further ado, let me welcome you to Fright Club, where in deference to our honored players, we've decided to suspend the first rule of Fight Club, or I should say Fright Club, and talk about it. So be sure and tell all your fellow humans about these versatile club's charter members, so to speak. Give a big Fright Club round of applause to what we call the panel you can't handle. As my favorite human frightener, Mr. Jack Torrance, once said, "Here's Johnny." Elvira's with Cella, please come forward.
Thank you very much. Folks, I'm quite popular with the youngins, especially them kids and adults. They say I'm a sight, get it, for sore eyes. And sometimes that's all you need for things to get right serious. I just want to say thanks for having me here tonight. As far as I'm concerned, you're so much more than a hound dog. Unlike that dang dog. Hey, you get it? Did you get it? Just ask old Todd. He'll tell you he had quite a tussle, but he's all right. Now he even calls me Mothership. You'll be finding out about that soon. Could be you'll get lucky too. 1 in 5 chance, I hear. See you soon, maybe.
Wow, how about Elvira's? She's not left the building, we're so glad. That guitar kind of looks like a cello, right? That guitar you usually carry around, but you don't have tonight. Okay, Elvira's, don't leave the building just yet. Your fan base continues to spread, right? Now our next Fright Club charter member, one who will sure appreciate your giving it up for, G. Ken Parks.
Grazie. Yeah, and thank you, Mickey. You know, for a human, you've got one inviting host. Thank you for having me. Just be sure to spread my infection, or I should say, affection around. You know, I do what I can for folks all around the world, even the aging celebrities, just like Baba Wawa. Right? I don't want to boast, but I like to leave my little calling cards with you humans. The younger the better. I do it all for the Fright Club cause, for free. And I quite often leave you, my generous hosts, with the free samples of my body of work, ranging from severe skin infection, scars, pneumonia, brain damage, even death. Just a little something I do for mankind. What are fiends for, right? You know, forget Tyler Durden. I'm the founder of the Fright Club. I was born, well, at least first thought of, during the 1500s in Italy. That's right. I am Italian. On my mother's side. Oh, and a little English on my father's side. Right, darlings. No, seriously, I'm older than pizza. Don't you just love a pizza? Who doesn't like a pizza? I was actually named for my friend of the family, an English doctor by the name of Richard Morton. Little did he know, he actually thought I was just like my little cousin, Shmule Parks. And thanks to your human curiosity, later in the 1700s, Dr. William Herberton founded Shmule and I were unrelated. And I was declared a pure blue blood. Who doesn't want royalty in their bloodline, huh? Well, I have to turn the page.
You turn the page.
I have to turn the page.
Turn the page.
I have to go now. Got to go. Invited to England. Understand there's a new kid on the block, the Pox block, a name of Georgie, and he's a real prince, I hear. Ciao, ciao, Bella. Bello, ciao.
Give it up, give it up, give it up. She will give it up for sure. And now, please welcome the star of our club, our Fright Club, J.C. Virus.
Yes, you know, like that human J.K. Leukoencephalopathy or something. Anyway, okay, call me Brash, just not too often. And you're my host. Yet I require no invitation. You have been my home, and while an almost nameless, faceless guest, you have given me succor. Thank you. I am also capable of ingratitude, given what you would call encouragement. Yet I know nothing of college or any of the words I have borrowed from your language. I know only that I must live. Another thing. The term you describe, the unexpected irony, which is the elemental thing, iron, which is all life needs, including mine, is a word that certainly applies to my name, J.C. Ironically, your letters denoting a high being many of you regard as holy as your savior. Please do not misunderstand me and my clones. We simply just want to survive, and it is you who may likely be our savior. My history is long, longer than yours. My kind are mostly a mystery to yours. Indeed, no one is quite sure how we came to be. Not even your best scientists, poor mortals, too busy seeking funding. How precious. But I lose my incognito, excuse me. But true for you humans, isn't it? Poor dears, you don't even know how you came to be. What, are you monkeys or something? No matter, you can count on me. Whether creationist or evolutionist, precisely how life began on this planet, Oh, the Greek word for wanderer, very descriptive of us, you and us, is unknown. So, here we are, living together, brought here perhaps by Dr. Crick's panspermia theory on the backs of comets or even inside asteroids. Well, this theory is worth consideration, you know. Crick did co-discover DNA and RNA, our common language. Speaking frankly, as that's the only way we know, free as we are from your emotional little limbic system, alien to us, it's how you best understand your multicellular cells, you know, and each other. How very precious and vulnerable this makes your immune system. I am truly a verb of ting. Unlike those pesky nouns, you know, as people, places, things, I act. I always want to survive and thrive. Unlike you beings who tend to, you know, eliminate each other. I believe you call it war, mass destruction. Why not leave it to me? Yes? Please, don't get me, us, wrong. We know as people, place, and things, need you. And like all uninvited guests, we are already with most of you, unannounced. All the better. It's nothing personal. Now, leave me alone, although I may not return the favor.
Thank you very much, I guess. Alone? You want to be left alone?
I do. Now leave me alone.
Leave us alone and we'll return the favor, but never lonely, as I understand it, apparently. Not my type. What about you? Here's another Fright Club member, Todd, founder of the opposition Courtney Club project, can tell you about. Had him in its grip, and well, you've got a 1 in 5 chance of hooking up with it too. Give a big round of applause to Shay Ingalls.
Hola, chicas and amigos, and lady with the really long legs. By the way, to hell with Fidel, I am loyal to you. Hey, I'm more like a hitchhiker, okay? You want to play the blame game? Well, just try that other dude, GK Box. Really, I'm a roughhouse version of G. Do you know the Chinese word for energy? Okay, so I take energy. Who's counting? It is politically correct to say viva muerta. Okay, you get the idea, see? Long live death! There, I said it. And I'm glad I said it, so sue me. Which reminds me, get those lawyers busy going after the doctors. Keep them off balance, afraid to diagnose me, us. Muy bueno. Viva la revolution. See, just as long as I get to be the R in your evolution, that's R for reversal. Okay, I gotta go jangle some nerves, 'cause I've got a lot of nerve. Hasta la vista.
Whoa. I don't know about you, but I'm going to think twice before I buy one of those Che Guevara t-shirts. All right. Yikes, Todd. I'm glad you're here. If you know what I mean, after that particular roll in the hay. Now for another smiling villain, hides behind initials, usually, although I can actually reveal its full name. But I can't, so I'm going to say PML. PIM-L. Give it up for PIM-L.
What up, everybody? I'm probably the baddest bad, if you're judging by this lovely panel that y'all are looking at this evening. Now, I'm gonna rock your world. In ways that most of you would never even have imagined. Seriously. Most often, I'm femme fatale. Emphasis on the fatal. Fatale, fatal. Get it? Even healer, although I do get many compliments on my hair. Thank you. I use Jerry Curl. My buddies up here all know about me. My name, female, sounds feminine, don't it? But that's really just my nickname. You may call me progressive, multifocal, I'll say it again in English. You may call me progressive, multifocal leukoencephalopathy. Man, you know, excuse me, I've been drinking before I came here. I'm gonna say it again because this is very important. Here's what y'all can call me. You may call me progressive, multifocal leukoencephalopathy. I know, you know what? Excuse me, sometimes it's kind of hard to say who you are when you're in front of people and you're trying to stand tall. But my hair looks good. Mr. Poliovirus himself, JC, also known as that lonely old chiller, JC, he breathed life into me. But just so you know, the majority of y'all carry me inside of you everywhere you go. Because I'm a bit of a freeloader. Dave Ramsey, Susie Orman will be proud of me. Yes, it's true, I am usually harmless until one of y'all's immune system is compromised by HIV, Alzheimer's, multiple sclerosis, certain forms of cancers, heck, even psoriasis. You might want to say I keep your enemies closer so you won't have to. At least that's what happens when we've teamed up. And by that I mean very personal. I'm the bad, not the Michael Jackson bad, because he dead. I do not discriminate at all. I don't care if you're a man, woman, child, black, white. I'm gonna get you. Like the Blondie song. Come on, y'all, let's sing it.
Someday or another, I'm gonna find ya. I'm gonna get you one way.
That's enough. That's enough. That's all right.
All twerked out.
I didn't write this. I want to tell you something. This can be very harmful. Not just the disease, but them singing. To patients who have had organ transplants. And we're not just talking about HIV. We're not just talking about AIDS. We're talking about a common myth. And I am out there, and that's what I mean. I am in all of you. Compliments, me, Pimel.
Please give us the name of your hairdresser before you leave. Well now, we've got another little troublemaker, pardon the expression, but she loves to express herself at private parties. You know of her. You certainly don't love her, although she loves your body. Give a grisly round of boos for A. Joy V. A. Joy V. A. Joy V.
Oy vey, evening, but now, I'm actually very positive. Just ask Magic Johnson, the few who've survived my personality. Seriously, ladies and germs, and I'm no germ, thank you very much. No, V is for virus. Think of me as a tiny version of Elvira. Oh, now I know all of you germs out there admire me. Elvira. And I want to say that you shouldn't judge me by the company I keep. I mean, look at them. The hair on that one. Little conditioner, darling. All right, and I want you to say that, you shouldn't judge me. BML's not all that bad, at least if you don't contract it. Speaking of contracts, I got a date, and I am late. Something about unprotected. Hey, why not live dangerously, right? 99, y'all. Maybe I'll see you sometime, even if you all cannot see me.
Wow. Ay. Che, where were you when I needed you? Not touching that one. I hope you all have learned a little something here tonight. You know, I hate to meet you all under these circumstances, but then again, it's nothing personal. To prove it, here's a friendly warning. Get tested for JCV and HIV today, or else these lovely, thrice, critters will pay you an unprotected visit. Good night, you all. And before we say a final good night, please remember, the chickenpox virus never leaves the body, and it can come back as the painful rash of shingles. If you've had chickenpox, you can get shingles at any time. It doesn't matter how healthy you feel, shingles can strike when you least expect it. Even if she isn't smoking a cigar at this time, it can cause a blistering rash that may bring deep penetrating pain. Also, number 2, 1 in 5 people who get shingles will experience long-term nerve pain. Most people recover from the nerve pain of shingles as the rash heals, but 1 in 5 people who develop shingles will experience post-therapeutic neuralgia, or PHN, nerve pain that can develop even after the rash heals, which can range from mild to severe and debilitating. This nerve pain can last from a few months to several years. And as our guest speaker noted, MS is now in the growing number of immune-suppressing syndromes and complexes that can lead directly to PML. Good night from Fright Club.
Introduce yourselves before.
Hi everyone, my name is Mary Thompson. I'm glad we're here. Hi, I'm Fran Gauchi.
Hi, I'm Lisa Curtis.
Hi, everybody. I'm Lisa Burkell.
They were awesome. Let's give them a round of applause. Those voices. All right, you guys. So, I want to bring to your attention some things. Number 1, did you know you can have your picture taken? We've got like a little set back there in a room right over there. So you can, remember this wonderful evening. And number 2, there's a silent auction going on. And I just want to bring that out so you can, make some bids and so we can get some money into the coffers. And I didn't have a chance to look at everything, but it looks like we have some wonderful things. And I have to put a little plug in because I work for Channel 2. I'm a reporter. I've been a veteran reporter for like 25 years. And what I brought to the table was a little personal tour of West 2 News with Jason Guy, one of our morning anchors, very handsome young lad. And you get lunch with him, you get a little, nickel tour of the station. And so that is out there, and some other wonderful things.
And just remember that the auction closes at 9:30. And so now is the time to get up and mingle. Where I'm from, we say it ain't a party until the drinks start rolling. So drink up, be merry, and let's get some auction items flowing here. So
I think from where I come, I think we call it le bon temps roulé. I think is how we put it. Uh-oh. Newsflash. Another newsflash.
We have somebody that would like to say a few words.
Oh, sure.
She's our Florida outreach director.
Our Florida Outreach Director would like to wrap this up real fast. Please come on. Oh, awesome.
Hi there. Todd asked me if I would say a little bit because I'll tell you who I am to the family. I was Courtney's hospice nurse. So I was going to write this little speech, and I'm like, oh geez, I just want to say, whatever comes to my heart. So I try not to make Todd cry, so I try not to make myself cry. So I got Courtney's case, like I had many cases. I worked for years for hospice. And I said to my boss, man, I don't know if I can do this. She's my age. She has 4 kids. I have 4 kids. I don't know if I can do this. She said, Hope, I think you're the perfect person for the job. So I went, and I met them, and they're amazing. It was tough for the family, for the kids. Especially, and I have a soft spot for Kylie. for some reason, this child stuck to me like glue. Kind of like my little surrogate child. So, after Courtney had passed, and it really was a tough time. It was a very long process of dying because her heart is in its 30s. It's not ready, right? You're not supposed to die till you're 80. So when you have a nice 38, 9, less than 40-year-old heart, and it takes a lot longer. It was a process that's hard to explain. So the kids were there, everyone was there. Amazing family. Courtney, beautiful children, awesome. So after she passed, probably in all the funerals I've been to, and I've been to many more than most average people, probably one of the hardest funerals I ever went to. Because of the kids, mostly, for me, and because I kind of internalized it. I remember sitting on the steps at Dobbs' funeral home with Kylie, because I couldn't emotionally handle being in the room. But I think, you're all here because Todd has taken a tragedy, something that, I see a lot of families start the grieving process and never really get over it, especially when it's their child, a young child, unnecessary death. And then they just carry that negativity with them for the rest of their life. And instead of doing that, Todd decided to do something to help everybody else. He decided to change lives, to make it so that someone else doesn't have to go through what they go through every single day. And they still go through every single day. I lost touch with them for a couple of years. I used to come and pick up Kylie and take her on play dates because she's the same age as my daughters. So I'm at my girlfriend's house. I'm sitting there and her son is 16 years old and he says to me, "There's a girl downstairs and she wants you to come down. She said that you were her mom's nurse." And I'm like, I can't even tell you how many times I drove through their neighborhood thinking, I wonder if they still remember me. I want to stop so bad. So I come downstairs and Kylie's at the end of the garage. I can barely see her, it's dark. And she says, "Do you remember me?" And at first I'm like, no. I've been a nurse to a lot of people. So then I look and I'm like, oh my God, you were this big. I mean, Alex was this big. So I'm like, so I give her a big hug, we exchange phone numbers, and I reunited with the family. I don't believe that anything is an accident, okay? I don't believe that I was the nurse for them. I don't believe that's an accident. I don't believe that Kylie found me right before this benefit. I think everything happens for a reason. So when Todd asked me to be the community resource director, yes, absolutely, I'm in. What can I do? What do you want me to do? I know lots of people, so let's start asking them for some help. Let's start doing things in the community. I know lots of people, I can do that. I'm a perfect fit for that job, and I'm excited to do it. He thanks me every time I see him. But what I try to explain to people all the time is, and I tell my patients all the time, my families, you don't have to thank me. What you do for me is way more than I ever do for you. You give me more than I can ever give you. So this is my way to help.
Wow, gosh. I didn't know you were going to hug me. Wow. Thank you. Wow, what a way to wrap things up. Kind of brings it all full circle, doesn't it? So, it's time to get up, mix and mingle, look at the silent auction items, bid, make money for the PML Courtney project. Thank you so much, you guys. We'll, as Greg told you, it's going to wrap up at 9:30. The end of the bidding is in about an hour, and then our event ends at 10. We'll come back at 10 and say bye-bye. But in the meantime, I want you guys to enjoy yourselves and have fun. And thank you. You've been a wonderful audience. You can give yourself a round of applause.
yeah. I am not photogenic. I just love this hair. I just want to take care of it because I'm a disease. Oh, that's right. One by one on each side.
Right there. Look at the ink. You want to know how I found out about that line? I did it in office.
Sure, why not? Let's get over here. Okay, Beth. They're first. They got it good. Okay, I'm sorry. Beth, come on in. Beth, come on in. My friend Beth, we're working together. Get closer to her. There you go. There you go.
The real man does.
Did my Jack Kennedy.
Oh, watch out now. Get your jack on.
Get your Jack.
I don't know, I like that whole guy.
Oh, you're great. Keep it coming. Made me laugh.
There we go. Yeah, I'll put that on.
I want to get some of that action. This is my good friend Beth.
I didn't mean to do it on purpose.
That's nice.
And we gently